Aloha! It is another beautiful day in Hawaii. Aloha and welcome everyone. Welcome back to my little garden. For those of you who are tuning into my channel for the first time, mahalo for stopping by. My name is Kelly and I am an orchid lover from Hawaii. Today I'm going to be doing another garden video. Check out this beautiful yellow cattleya that just bloomed for me recently. Just one flower, but it is such a pretty flower. There's my dog. That's Diamond, everybody. She is, I think she's 13 years old already. We've had her since she was a puppy. Anyways, I'm going to be doing a garden video because the Eva Orchid Society is having their silent auction tomorrow night. And I wanted to show you guys some of the orchids that I got from previous silent auctions from a few different societies here on Oahu, because I know I do have local viewers and I wanted to give you guys an idea of the kind of orchids that you can expect to find at a silent auction. Here is one that I got. I think I've had it for about 2 years now. I'm thinking about 2 years, maybe not 2 years, maybe a little less, but I have had it for a while. It is a Dendrobium species and it is pretty unique because if you can see the pseudobulb, it is not your typical fat pseudobulb. It is like a flat pseudobulb. And it just so happens to be in flower. It's been in flower for a while now. It's given me several clusters. I'm trying to zoom in on the flower so you guys can see what it looks like, but my camera is not cooperating. It is blurry. Hopefully I can get a clear picture of what the flower looks like and I'll go ahead and put it on the screen. And I will go ahead and show you guys the tag as well. So this orchid, when I bought it, I have not bought it. When I won the bid for it, I have not repotted it. This is exactly how I got it. I've been kind of intimidated because it was something different and I was afraid to take it out of its pot. But I seen one recently at the Honolulu Orchid Show, which I did attend and I did post a video of. If you guys haven't watched that video, go and check it out. Anyways, I seen one of these or similar. I thought it was the exact same orchid, but it had a different name. And it was owned by my friend Davey and it actually won an award. And he was telling me that these do really good mounted. So after mine is done blooming, when I notice that it's in active growth, I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of the pot and probably mount it on one of my wooden mounts. But for now, I'm gonna let it do its thing because there are several buds on here. Again, when I try to zoom in, it goes blurry and it switches lenses on me. I'm not sure what's up with my iPhone. That's a little better. So there are a few clusters of buds here and there. Anyways, let me go ahead and show you guys the tag. The tag is so brittle already, it's starting to fall apart. As soon as I touched it, I'm afraid to put it back. It's probably gonna crumble. Okay, let me put the tag back and then I'll show you guys more. Another orchid that I got is this Teresa Ricci. It wasn't on this hapu'u. I put it on here. But as you can see, it is growing really nicely. It's super healthy. I actually got 2 of these at 2 different auctions. The other one I cut up and mounted on some of my wood mounts. And I think, oh, there's the tag. Yeah, I will show you guys the tag. It's back there. As you can see, it looks really healthy. But the only thing is that it hasn't bloomed for me. And I've been seeing these on a lot of videos, and everybody else's one is in flower. So I'm not sure what's going on. I have mine in good sunlight. It has water. It has good airflow. I'm not sure why it hasn't bloomed for me. It's definitely blooming size, but it's really healthy, as you can see. You can see the roots. So again, I got this from another auction. So here is the tag. It is called a BC Teresa Ricci. And I'll go ahead and include a video, because I do believe I have a video clip of what the flower looks like. The first one I won was in bud, so I think I have a video of that. And if I do, I'll put it on the screen. So I didn't get this at an auction, but it recently bloomed for me, so I just wanted to show you guys my new blooms. Isn't it beautiful? So pretty. It gave me 1 flower at first, but that one has since faded, and these 2 bloomed at the same time. And here is the name for this one. So that's one of my new blooms, guys. Hi, Diamond. By the way, I did reorganize this area, so it is a lot more spacious now. I can walk right under here, and I can view all of the orchids that I have mounted that are hanging on here. I tried to make it more convenient for me and to have my plants more accessible. So I was like moving a bunch of plants around, because it is not 100% complete, but it is almost complete. We did extend the shade cloth, so I was able to move some orchids around, and that is why I was able to organize this area. And here are some of my orchids that I have growing in my orchid baskets. Speaking of orchid baskets, I want to thank those of you who purchased baskets from me during the Mililani Orchid Society plant sale and craft fair this past Saturday. I got to meet some of my viewers, Nathan and his wife. Thank you for coming down and saying hello and purchasing some of my baskets. Also, Davey and his wife came by. So I just want to thank you guys for coming out to the plant sale. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow night at the Eva Orchid Society silent auction. Another orchid that I got from the auction is this beautiful yellow phalaenopsis, which I actually have in my house, in my kitchen window right now. It is not currently in bloom, so I'm not gonna walk in there and show you guys, but I will show you a video of what it looked like when it was in bloom. It's really big. It's not an orchid that you normally find for sale here. So when I saw it at the auction, I really wanted it, and I was really lucky to get it. I think I won the bid by like $2. So it is fun, guys. When you bid on these orchids, it's a lot of fun because you don't know if you're gonna win. You're trying to be strategic and bid to win the orchid, but at the same time you don't want to like go crazy and overbid. But it is a lot of fun, and this is probably like, well, I got a lot of good orchids, not a lot. I haven't gotten a lot of orchids from the auctions because I did lose a lot of my bids, but the ones that I did get, they're really good orchids, like orchids that you don't normally find on sale here at local nurseries or in the stores. So it is so worth going. But anyways, this Phalaenopsis, it is a sequential bloomer. So right now my 2 spikes are still green, and I do believe I see the buds starting to develop. It did take a long time before it bloomed. I actually got it in bud, and it took a long time for it to bloom for me, but it was so worth it, as you can see in the video. So since I'm here under my baskets, I just wanted to show you guys how they're doing, update you again on the roots that are growing and attaching. Everything is looking good. So for those of you who bought baskets from me, just make sure that when you attach your orchid, you want to attach an orchid that is actively growing. You want to see some green tips on your roots. Of course, if you have an orchid that is struggling and it looks like it's gonna die and you're trying to save it, you can go ahead and try to put it on the mount. Of course, there's no guarantee it's gonna come back, but I've heard a lot of people say if you have an orchid that's struggling, try to mount it. If you have a tree, mount it on a tree, but if you don't and you only have these baskets, go ahead and try and mount it on here. Put a little bit of sphagnum moss, that's what I use, and just make sure you attach it so that it's not wiggling around. I use telephone wire, and I make sure it is very secure and not moving. That way the roots have a better chance of attaching themselves. So hopefully for those of you who bought these baskets, I hope they help you better grow your orchids. Here's another root that just attached, and that's the orchid. And a lot of these were not doing well when I mounted them on here, so I'm happy to see that it's doing well, and the roots are grabbing on, or I should say growing new roots. Okay guys, what else was I gonna tell you guys? I don't have any more announcements to make because we don't have any more upcoming orchid shows. Like that is it. The Honolulu Orchid Show was our last for the year. So we're gonna have to wait until next year to have another orchid show here on Oahu. I did recently visit S&W. I did a quick video there. So if you guys haven't watched that video, go and check it out. It was a really quick video, like I said, maybe 20 minutes or so, because I was just there to pick up some plants. But Jeremy is selling his honohonos, and blooming season for honohonos is just around the corner, usually around February, March it starts. So if you guys are wanting honohonos, go ahead and contact him. I'm gonna just show you guys a couple more blooms that I have, and I think that is gonna be it for my video, because I just really wanted to let you guys know about the Eva Silent auction, just in case you guys are here on Oahu. It'll give you an opportunity to come on down and check it out. And I will probably attend. I am planning on attending, so I will see you guys there. Anyways, this orchid has not bloomed for me. It's another one that hasn't bloomed for me in a really long time. I moved it to the back of the doghouse, and maybe it just liked where it was, because that is where my other orchid was that hadn't bloomed for me in like 3 years. It was like right next to this one. So that must be the sweet spot where it's getting everything it needs to bloom. It's been open for a few days, so the flowers don't look all that, you know, all that great. Still beautiful though. And let me show you guys the tag. And then I have this beautiful yellow cattleya, no tag. I don't remember where I got this one, and I don't remember how long I've had it. I didn't even remember that I had a yellow cattleya. So I was surprised to see it when it bloomed, but it is a pleasant surprise. And these haven't opened yet, but they are getting there. Look at how many buds are on there, guys. And there's another cluster of buds right there. And I will show you what this orchid looks like, because I do believe I have a clip of this somewhere on my phone. This one is still looking pretty. And another cluster, but okay. If you guys watch my other garden video, I mentioned that this spike had bent over and I wasn't sure if it was gonna bloom for me, but as you can see, it did bloom. This time around, I wanted to put a stake on early. I didn't wanna have it bend, but when I put the stake on, I'm not sure, well, not the stake itself, but I put like one of these plastic clips up here, like right where that bend is, and on the other side of that spike, it kind of turned brown. So I'm hoping that I didn't damage the spike. I ended up taking the clip off and tying wire around it. I don't know, guys. Part of me wishes that I didn't mess with it and I should have just left it alone, but then I would risk the spike bending again because there are several buds on here. I need to figure out something that is safer, that will not cause damage to the spikes, but at the same time protect the spike from bending. I'm thinking maybe like a tube, something that will wrap around and not clamp on, if you know what I mean. Anyways, we'll see what happens with this spike. Hopefully it just keeps on growing and it'll bloom for me like this one did, because it is so pretty. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys. So this one right here is the one that I talked about in one of my past videos that had a spike, but it got eaten by the bird, and the bird didn't even take the spike, it left it in a pot. Well, guess what, guys? It has another spike. It is right there. So this time I ain't messing around. I put it in here so that it is protected, because I want to see what the flowers look like, because I don't think this one has ever bloomed for me. So I'm so happy that it gave me another opportunity with a new spike. And my Angrecum, I believe that is a spike growing. I don't think that is a root. I do believe that is a spike, but these spikes take forever. I mean, this is like one of the slowest blooming orchid that I know of. It bloomed for me last year and it took a really long time. So I didn't want to take any chances with anything eating it. So I have it here in my protection area, along with one of my dendrobiums that has 2 spikes, and this really large dendrobium that has several spikes throughout the canes. They're still small, so when the spikes get larger, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep it in here because these spikes get really long. But for now, I have it in here. And I'll see what happens when the spike starts to get a little bigger. There's the spike. You guys can see that. And I know I have a few more spikes on here somewhere. All right, guys, so that is going to be it for today's garden video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, remember to always live aloha.